Yes, gamers, welcome back to SWPL Gaming. My name's Joel Reed, and today we're going to be looking at the RG503. Anbernic were kind enough to ship this one over to me, so thanks for that, guys. And without further ado, let's get into this unboxing right now. So the box is done in typical Anbernic style, no frills, black and white, to the point. They've definitely remained consistent, and we like that. You've got your foam, your plastic covering, as you normally would get just to keep the device safe and in its place. Let's see what's inside. You got your SD card, 64 gigs, so that's got the games on it, your cable, USB Type-C of course, you get a screen protector, instruction manual, and your wipes. Pretty cool. And the manual's a little more detailed than it normally is as well, which is always a good sign, and it's in English as well, so that's great. Let's have a look at this device, finally. So the first thing you notice straight off is that the device is really light. I'm not sure what to make of it as of yet, but it might be a good thing. We'll continue on. It looks great, actually. I love the design that they went with, the style here. It reminds me of an old school Philips TV that I had as a kid. And on top of that, it feels pretty comfortable. Maybe that with how light it is a good combination. It seems that way, and it definitely feels comfortable. Let's move on. So let's talk specs. This device comes in 3 colors. You've got the blue, which you've seen about, you've got black, and you've got the color that I've got, which is the gray. I'm quite feeling the gray. I'm not gonna read through all of these specifications right here, so feel free to pause it as you need to. So I'm gonna run over the ones that do stick out. So we've got an RK3566 quad core chip, which is, I believe, one above the 3326 chipset. So that's pretty cool, and you know what that means. It's got a 4.95 inch display, which is also very, very cool. We have 5G Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. This makes massive differences compared to its predecessors. A 3.5 mAh battery, which should last for up to 6 hours. And TF card slot that expands up to 256 GB. Oh, and did I mention it's got an OLED display? Very, very cool. And from what I've heard, it's comparable or the same as the display that you'd find in a Vita. So let's get a close look around this thing. A, B, X, Y, they look fine and they feel pretty responsive. Your right analog, nice and clicky. The left, nice and clicky as well. Got your D-pad there, that feels good. And your select button right here. Move over to the top, your R1 and R2, different from the normal layout, got a bit more depth. USB-C, HD port, headphone jack, OTG port out, and your L2 and your L1 triggers, and as I said before, they got more depth to them. Got your power button right here. Let me just zoom in a bit more. Yeah, there you go, you got your power button, that feels great. And at the bottom, you've got your speakers, your stereo speakers. You've got one on each side. Your TF card slot 1, reset function button, TF2 slot, and also the other speaker on the opposite side. And right here, you've got your volume wheel, your volume rocker. What I noticed, what was interesting on this device is the back right here. Yeah, that's got some satisfaction to it. And you know what? It actually builds and helps upon when you're holding the device during gameplay, is what I would assume, because when I'm holding it now, it feels pretty good. Size comparisons. Got the 280M, RG351V, the 351MP, the RG552, quite a bit bigger. And let's just take a look from the top just to see how thick it is compared to the rest. how it fits up against the Nintendo Switch in terms of size. and the Vita. And as I said before, the screens are very, very similar, if not the same. Okay, let's power this bad boy on. As you can see here, it's got a display cover on there and it didn't before. Sometimes I just record things in different positions, and you know, that's just how it is when you're editing videos sometimes. But make a note of this. Please be cautious and take care when pulling this screen cover off. As you can see, it is on there pretty tight, which means that it's somewhat inside of the grooves of the display, so you just want to take care. But it's always good to see that Anbernic are doing what they can to protect the displays on their devices. And once that's off, you can just give it a quick little clean, and then you can just put the glass screen protector on there if you feel like it. Alright, so it's on, it's got the Anbernic logo on there, so it's running their own firmware, and it's looking vibrant and it's looking clean. Turn that down a bit. Just another wipe down right here, and let's just, no, it's not a touch screen. And also, I forgot to put the games on there like an idiot. So what I'm going to do is go back, put the SD card in there so we can have a look at some of the systems. We'll be right back. Okay, we back, and I've put some games on. So let's run through those systems. And while it's doing that, let's have a quick talk about where I would place this machine. Well, you've got the 351 series, and then you've got this, and then you've got the 552. So like I said, I'll place this right between the 351s and the 552. It's got more power than the 351 series, so a little bit more kick there. Got a bigger screen, 5G Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. Okay, it's not as powerful as the 552, maybe not as refined, but it does feel a lot nicer to hold. So it's got its positives on it, and it doesn't look particularly bad when you hold the two of them up. So let's jump into some gameplay. We'll start off with Dreamcast. Guys, I'm not going to linger too much on this because this is my first look. There has been no tweaks, so I'm expecting to see a few dips here and there. Here's the good news. There are already developers that have been working on new firmwares for this device if you don't like the firmware that it comes with. So that's always a good look. On top of that, I hear that Anbernic did send those developers out some units to start working on. I'm not sure how soon or when that's going to be ready, but it just tells me that there is potential with this device. So while we're looking at some gameplay, let's talk pricing, the fun subject on how much it costs. So this unit costs 124 to 135 pounds, and this depends on the size of the SD card you're getting, and obviously there's probably going to be a little bit of shipping on top of that, which is normal anyway. And you do have options out there. Some people might think that it's not worth it. All right, fine, that's, you know, to each their own. But let's look at the previous lineup of Anbernic devices that we've had. So you've got the RG501 series, which you're looking at price wise £110 and below. And again, that depends on the SD card and stuff that you're looking to get with that. The difference is here is that the 503 outperforms the 351 series. It just does. It's got a larger screen, it's got a little bit more of a kick to it in terms of power. Although it's not as powerful as the 552, which is ringing in at 160 pounds, which is ringing in at 160 pounds and possibly more. And like I said before, this will pop you slap bang in between the 351 series and the 552.
You got here 726 seconds sooner than I expected. Good to see you, new type. I'm Paler Sakaki. Engage.
So that's my first look at the RG503. It looks great, it feels great to hold, and I like the direction they took in terms of the design and the way the screen has been inset that way. Personally, I like it. Guys, let me know your thoughts and comments below. I hope you liked the video. Oh, also I've got a TikTok account as well, so if you want to keep up to date with some fresh content, be sure to check that out. Guys, take care, stay safe, and I'll catch you in a bit.